Good morning, my cookie crumbs, and welcome back to the lot, to the studio, to the front seat of my Jeep. Beep, beep, y'all. Let's get into today's story. Izuku rolled over and groaned. His alarm was going off. He reached up, turned it off, and just debated on lying there. It was exam week, and Izuku had crammed for it. He was prepared, but not prepared. The first set of exams went fine, and today was the last set. Izuku hadn't been feeling well, both physically, emotionally, and mentally. He wasn't sick. He didn't have a fever. He didn't have the shakes or the shivers. He still had somewhat of an appetite, just didn't feel like eating. Izuku wasn't sure what was wrong. But whatever was wrong, he just didn't feel well. He didn't feel sick, but he just didn't feel good. He got out of bed, got showered and dressed and ready for the day, and headed off to school. He decided once again to skip breakfast. He knew Tenya would get all on his case about it, and so would Hitoshi, but that was neither here or there. He could deal with them later. He made it to school and saw that Tenya and Hitoshi had arrived a little bit earlier. So did Denki. And apparently they were waiting for him. "Ah, good. Izuku, you're here. Good morning." "Hey, morning." "Good morning." "Hey, morning, guys. How are ya?" "Good." "Yes. Still pretty nervous about the exams, though. Thank God today's the last day for them, right?" "Yeah. But I think it's gonna be fine. I mean, we've all studied really hard." "True enough. I think we'll all be A-okay. Oh, and Izuku, here. We brought you some breakfast. It's important that you eat." Right. Sorry, I guess I've been so nervous that I just haven't really had much of an appetite." "Ah, yes, I too have had the jitters. But it's still important to keep up your strength. Now please eat. It'll help." Sure, Tenya. Thanks for bringing this to me." "Hey, it's our pleasure. But are you okay, dude?" "What do you mean?" "You kinda look a little pale." "Yes, are you not feeling well?" "Oh, Izuku knew better to lie to them, for they could see right through them, or right through him. He sighed. "I don't feel sick. I just don't feel good." "I see." "Dude, I know what's wrong." "Huh? What's wrong?" "Yeah, enlighten us, Pikachu?" "Don't call me that, sleeping bag." You could do better." Izuku couldn't help but chuckle. Tenya cracked a small smile, but still kept his serious face up. "Now would you care to enlighten us, please?" "Dude, it's simple. You're burnt out." "Burnt out?" "Yeah. I mean, you've been training extra hard, especially with All Might, and these exams, I've noticed you've been studying a whole lot. You've barely eaten these past few weeks and barely slept." He's right. I mean, I'm an insomniac. But even Dude. Was that even coherent, Hitoshi? Not in the slightest. Yeah, I didn't think so. But I think what Hitoshi's trying to say is that you would give him a run for his money. Yeah, that. Exactly, Izuku, no wonder you don't feel so well. You are burnt out. These are all the classic signs. Classic? It's not exactly textbook, Tenya. I mean, burnout's different for everybody. It was true. Burnout was different for everybody, Izuku thought. For Izuku, he knew he was burnt out when he had less of an appetite and didn't sleep all that well. And when he had more nightmares. But he hadn't really had any nightmares since, technically, he hadn't even been sleeping. Yeah. I think you guys are right. I think I'm burnt out. It's cool. Maybe you could take some time off from school? I can't. And plus, spring break is only a week away. I think I can manage. Are you sure, Izuku? It's not very wise to continue if you're burnt out. You must deal with it. How does one deal with burnout? Well, since it's different for everybody, you just gotta do what you feel is best for you. Yeah. Could we talk after the exams? We should. Just then, the bell rang and students were starting to pour in. Izuku ate the fruit bowl that they brought him for breakfast, and they settled into their seats. Exams began once again, and before they knew it, it was lunch period. Izuku was so tired he could barely keep his eyes open. He wanted to fall asleep right into his katsudon, but he couldn't. Todoroki nudged him awake a few times and asked him if he was okay. Izuku just smiled and nodded. You've barely even eaten. Are you sure you're okay? Do you feel sick? I don't feel sick. I'm not hungry. I'm gonna go take a walk. Todoroki blinked. His friend was acting so strange. Was he really sure he was okay? He quickly finished his soba and decided to follow Izuku just to be sure. Once he got out into the hallway, he noticed Izuku was staggering and stumbling. Is he really sick? Why is he hiding it? I know he can be stubborn at times, but now's not the time. Oh, Izuku, I wish you would just talk to us. Suddenly, Izuku fell to the floor, and Todoroki bolted forward. The next thing Izuku knew, he was waking up in his dorm, with an irate Aizawa looking at him. Sensei, what happened? You collapsed. Want to tell me why you haven't been eating lately? And why you haven't been sleeping? Izawa just raised an eyebrow, daring Izuku to lie to him. Izuku sighed. I think I'm burnt out, Sensei. And I think I just took on more than I could chew. I've been training a whole lot, especially with All Might. The exams had me all in knots, so I studied extra hard. I'm sorry. Izuku, if things were getting rough, you could have came to me. I would have helped you. I know, it's just so stubbornly independent. Problem child, you can rely on your teachers and on your friends. This isn't like when you were quirkless. And even if you were still quirkless, you could still rely on us. This is our jobs. Teachers are supposed to help their students. And you're my kid. I'm supposed to help you as a parent. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to. I know you didn't. But still. Now, about this burnout. Please, don't make me stay here. Spring break is only a week away and... You're taking time off. But don't you butt Dad me. Now, unless if you want to deal with Hizashi and have him tie you to the bed, I'd rather not. Smart move. So you're gonna stay here, you're gonna rest, and during spring break, we'll do some light training. Yeah, sounds good. Now then, your papa wants to have a few words with you. Uh-oh. Can he just stay outside and I'll talk to him on the phone? Pretty please? Oh no. Consider this punishment for neglecting yourself. Oh no. Aizawa opened the door with a smirk, and a very overprotective mama bear named Hizashi Yamada strolled right in. Izuku, baby, oh sweetheart, you are in so much trouble, young man. In so much trouble. What were you thinking? Hey, Papa, it's not what it looks like and it's not what it sounds like. I can definitely explain. Oh, you'll be explaining all right after you eat this very healthy meal that I have prepared for you. Now tuck in, get nice and cozy. There you go, snug as a bug in a rug. Now explain. And Izuku did. For the next 2 weeks, Izuku was mother-henned pretty much to death. Hitoshi, Denki, and Tenya couldn't help but laugh. But they knew he was in good hands. And they helped out too. When Izuku returned to school, he felt so much better. He felt fitter, healthier, his mind more clear. He felt great. And he was back into training and back to his old self. So a quick fic about burnout, which, guys, this isn't usually how burnout goes for some people. Usually it can be this simple, but sometimes it's a little more complicated. Like me right now, I am burnt out. I am really burnt out. And I'm dealing with it the best that I can, but I just might have to take a really massive hiatus for a while. I mean, I'm considering it, but nothing's in planned. But dang, this burnout is beating my ass. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.